Zuko Alone is my favorite Avatar The Last Airbender episode, and here's why. I love how Zuko Alone starts off and shows us his past and how he got the scar on his face. And not only that, the flashbacks to when he has to basically say that he needs to go on alone and, just find himself. And not only that, I love how it shows off the relationship between Azula and Zuko, and I'm going to touch on that more in the video. Now, when the episode actually starts, it shows how we get a famished Zuko and how he's very hungry and just been traveling the Earth Kingdom desert for a while. And he sees this piece of meat, a guy cooking it, and he's very hungry and he's actually about to challenge this guy. But then he sees a pregnant woman and it shows off how Zuko has humanity left in him. And I really love how they show that off. The dude doesn't want to, just rush in and get the kill for his food and, leave that hungry man and wife starving. Then we get this cool shot of Zuko seeing this Earth Kingdom town that is in this desert. And this town isn't very rich, it's a pretty poor town. And we get introduced to these Earth Kingdom soldiers. And we can see right here that they're gambling. And Zuko is rolling in the town, kind of a cowboy type of style, if you feel me. I love how Zuko Alone shows us that there's another enemy other than the Fire Nation, and there's people abusing their power in different kingdoms. For this example, the Earth Kingdom. We see these Earth Kingdom soldiers just completely abusing this town off rip. And they even say it right here as soon as, the episode starts. The first 5 minutes, I'm pretty sure. So, I'm going to play the clip.
On eggs at us, stranger?
No.
You see who did throw it?
No.
That's your favorite word? No. Egg had to come from somewhere.
Maybe a chicken flew over.
Thanks for your contribution. The army appreciates your support. You better leave town. Penalty for staying's a lot steeper than you can afford, stranger. Trust me. Those soldiers are supposed to protect us from the Fire Nation, but they're just a bunch of thugs.
After Zuko stands up to the bandits, he meets this kid named Lee. And Lee and Zuko were actually a great duo. I liked their bond and I liked how they played the dynamic between them. This episode, I just can't explain how it makes me feel. I can't put it into words. It's just so simple yet so good. The fact that they made an episode dedicated to Zuko, it just gives them 1 point. And then the fact that they also attack his mental state, the emotions that he's going through, how he's feeling, his backstory while building other characters and also setting it up for, the future book, and just everything else is actually phenomenal, and I just love how they did this episode. The trauma and mental state of Zuko is handled so well. I really appreciate how they did it. Now, I think a lot about this episode has to deal with Zuko having to come to accept himself and not shunning away from his past and who he really is. Zuko Alone also shows us how his mom leaving and Azula picking on him affected his mental state. Now, getting back to Azula and Zuko's dynamic, Azula was always the prodigy. She was always better than Zuko, and Zuko really had to handle that. And the fact that his mom was there, she was there to, help him up when he was always down. And when he wasn't the best, she would always be there and show and just say, oh, yeah, Zuko, you're my son. You're the best. I think that in my heart, truly. But when his mom left, he didn't have that luxury anymore. I think Zuko Alone also shows us how Zuko had more humanity and was more of the caring type, whereas Azula had, really little to none humanity, and she was just more of the evil type as shown here.
Apple on your head and we'll find out how good I am.
By the way, Uncle's coming home.
Does that mean we won the war?
No, it means Uncle's a quitter and a loser.
What are you talking about? Uncle's not a quitter.
Oh, yes, he is. He found out his son died and he just fell apart. A real general would stay and burn Ba Sing Se to the ground, not lose the battle and come home crying.
How do you know what he should do? He's probably just sad his only kid is gone. Forever.
Your father has requested an audience with Fire Lord Azulan. Best close, hurry up.
Fire Lord Azulan. Can't you just call him grandfather? He's not exactly the powerful Fire Lord he used to be. Someone will probably end up taking his place soon.
Young lady, not another word. What is wrong with that child?
The infight to where Zuko finally accepts himself and doesn't care if people hate him or not is really great. And I love the build up to it and how they were showing the flashbacks and added that in and just made them flow very well. And it was very fluid and it didn't feel forced. That's what makes me love this episode. It's just so good. It's the perfect ATLA episode. Everything you need in it. Before the video ends, I just want to say something quick. Thank you for 100 followers. We really appreciate it, and we're really going to be giving more quality content. Now that's a SimStar production.